Decimate, has it been used in the classic sense in modern writing? In this question, I learned that to decimate meant to reduce by 10%, hope I got that right. And it is lamented that no one uses it in this sense anymore. Now, given that I never until today knew that it once had this meaning, was it ever even used this way in modern times? When was it last used in a mainstream publication in this sense?
Most references in Google Books are either from dictionaries or from bitter pedants who bewail its shift in meaning. Though I did find this one fiction book, where it's used without overtly drawing attention to itself.
The moment I became a Doctor Who fan for life was when, in Series 3 Episode 12, The Sound of Drums, we had this dialogue. "The Master, shall we decimate them?" That sounds good, nice word, decimate. The Master, to the Toclafane, remove 1/10 of the population. Assuming and hoping here that there is no difficulty with considering screenwriting to be a subset of writing.
I couldn't find the comic I was looking for, but I did come across these.
Actually, the reduced by 10% meaning is not the classical sense, and is in fact a modern invention. So if at all decimate has been used in this sense, it's only in the modern period, not in any classical period. As the Merriam-Webster's Dictionary of English Usage explains, decimate has had three main uses in English. A specific Roman military practice of punishment, an army punishing its own soldiers, and only in this specific context, not a general purpose. Reduced by 10%. The practice was that if a unit had exhibited cowardice or insubordination, 1/10 of the unit would be chosen at random, and clubbed to death by the other 9/10. You can read a 5-page description of decimation in this book. Anyway, this sense carries over from Latin, and is attested in English since at least 1600. A 10% tax, ESP, the one levied by Cromwell on the Royalists. This short-lived usage, attested since 1659, seems to have gone out of use, though the word tithe has taken some of its function. The modern sense, emphatically destroy, devastate, severely reduce, not by just 10%, the numbers of, etc. This is in fact attested since 1663. Now, it seems that Sir James Murray, primary editor of the first edition of the Oxford English Dictionary, inserted a definition of decimate as to kill, destroy, or remove 1 in every 10 of the reduced by 10%, meaning, between sense 1 and sense 3, to have a semantic bridge between them. This definition was given without citations, unusual for the OED. Perhaps decimate had never been used in this sense in English till then. And it hasn't been much used in that sense since, either. The only exception is in engineering, where decimation means reducing the number of samples, resulting in a lower resolution, with no implication about the extent of the reduction, so you see phrases like decimate by a factor of 4. In such a context, decimate by a factor of 10/9 would effectively mean reduce by 10%.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.